24 minutes after 11 o'clock in the morning. If you've just tuned in, you're just in time to be inspired. On the bridge, we are hanging out on the spotlight with Khaya Cokoto, and you are enjoying the song. So today's four-play track listing is selected by our guest, and you selected this one because it means what to you?
So, okay, for me, everything is, how people always say follow your passion, and
Yeah.
so I'm on this, don't follow your passion, follow your purpose. And because
You and I both.
a
A purpose-driven life.
exactly, So this reminds me of when I started in business. I mean, I'd only ever been employed once. So I was in my job, and I think I was there for about 9 months at the municipality. And I mean, I've got this government job, and suddenly I get promoted within a few months of being employed. I got to be an acting manager where I was. And when I told my mother that I was resigning, she wanted to die. So
Probably had a heart attack, right?
Yes, it's just,
Yeah.
My child, look at where we come from. This is, God has put you in this place and everything. Think about this. It's really hard. You want to go into tendering and everything. And I'm trying to explain to you, it's not tendering, it's business. And I've never been in business. So I can't even put my case there and say, you know what, I have a bit of experience. I'd never ever been in business. So this reminds me, and how I, as much as I loved her, and I felt that I was disobeying her a bit, but I was following my purpose.
Yeah.
You always have to follow your purpose.
If anyone is listening and they think they can be an entrepreneur, because I mean, you know what? It's challenging being in business.
Yes.
It's challenging being the one to have to wake up in the morning and commit to the steps you're going to take for you to have a paycheck at the end of the month, and commit to your bills and this, that, and the other. And then once you even start employing people, it even becomes more challenging, because you're not just feeding your mouth and putting food on your table, you're putting food on many other people's tables. So anyone who right now feels, I am trapped in my job, I might want to get out and become an entrepreneur, describe to us the feeling. You know, when they say that self-analysis feeling, how do you check and measure within yourself if you are fit and cut out to be an entrepreneur?
Wow, that's a really big question.
I know it's loaded,
Yeah,
right?
oh my gosh. But I think that we can't, any important decision cannot be made from a place of fear. Obviously, you're fed up. You're not making enough money. You're not being appreciated. You're not, all of that. Your creativity is not being expressed. You're in the wrong career. All of those things. However, it's a life-changing decision that cannot be made from a place of fear. I think that anybody, most people would agree with me on this, that if you do that, yes, you will still succeed. That fear and that fed upness and that will push you, but it will come to a point where that is depleted and you need something more out of yourself. So take that as a guide. I'm fed up from all of these things, but then find something that is bigger within yourself. What do you love? What type of life do you want to do? Because often people, maybe they'll say, okay, fine, put one foot out, try it out, do it on the weekends, or do an online little thing, try and make money there. But if that makes you happy, then imagine if your day, your entire day, your 9 to 5, was as good or was as fulfilling as your weekend job or as your after 9 job, and start visualizing that type of life. I think that it doesn't take long, but it just you need to dig just a bit deeper within yourself, because the buck stops with you. It is painful month end when you're having a conversation with your employees and you're saying that, guys, salaries are going to be a little late and all of that, but also it's within us as well to educate our people that we're working in this environment, we're working in this business environment. I mean, my team knows that. We know that we're not a massively big company that has massive reserves and all of that. So we know we have regular stand-up meetings. We know by the 15th, we know by the 10th what's going to happen. Guys, are we looking good for month end and everything? So it becomes everybody's responsibility. So it's not, and that's the advice I'd give others as well, to say that, don't do this alone. As much as you're asking all these awards and everything, I never got there alone.
Yeah, true. You're a team. Now, you spoke about pain, and one thing I find very painful, especially because, there's a certain project that I'm trying to get off the ground, and I've realized as a black woman, I don't know if you agree, you have to work a bit harder when you approach a white company than a black company. So almost like you have to encourage them a bit more and sell yourself a bit more, you convince them a bit more than you would with a black company. And I see that happening a lot. you know, when a black woman goes to a white company. Have you experienced the same thing?
Oh my gosh.
Be honest. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Almost like
Especially-
sometimes you feel like they're patronizing you, you know, but even though they want to give you the business, but it's like, I didn't have to go through
Do a
all
little
of this.
dance for us?
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes. Oh, I love your hair. I love your eyelashes. And then you like, no, can
I'm
you
not
just
here for that.
exactly? Can you give me your 5 million? Thank you. You know.
Exactly. Is your hair even real?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You find yourself having odd conversations like that instead of business.
You see, I thought for me it was because I was in a male-dominated industry. I mean, I'm mainly in the ICT industry, and before then I was in engineering and construction. So I thought that was because of the male-female thing. But I do find that. But I think that as a country, we just have a lot to go, you know. And then also, for me, I try and bring humor, you know, with everything. And I say, you know what, if you want boobs and hippie, I'm going to be that, because I can't be swayed from my mission. What I want is this, is support for my project. So if you're going to pay, and I know it might seem like I'm selling out, but sometimes you sell out a bit. You say, you know what, if you need to patronize me, and be like, oh, okay, yes, oh, my poor girl, how did you do this?
Play the dumb one.
Yeah, play the dumb one.
All his words. And then you just hit them below the belt. Yeah.
You know, but push and get what you need, you know.
Okay.
Has there ever been a moment where you're sitting with staff and you know that salaries are coming up and people have given their best this month, but there's no remuneration from them? It's either a purchase order hasn't come through, or a client hasn't paid on time, or you just didn't reach your target, and you're looking at these people in the office, and not even at that moment when it's month end now, but building up to month end, and you're going to bed thinking, where are we getting the money to pay these people from this month? Had those moments?
I've had those moments numerous times over
How
the years.
did you deal with them?
I think what I've learned to do over the years is to really communicate with my team. And also, as you know, sometimes the money comes in, and just bank whatever projects you thought you were going to do for situations like this. So cash flow is important. I mean, cash flow is king in business. And people don't understand. I mean, clients pay late. You could sign a contract that says, you know, you'll be paid in 7 days. That never happens. You know, there's always problems and things like that. So just, you know, people, it's just for people to be, you know, prepared and know what happened. There was a time, I remember when we were still back in the Eastern Cape, there was a time I think we went without getting paid for almost 2 months, and we were getting into the third month, and it was really, really horrible. And we're just trying to get them, you know, just enough to say, okay, fine, pay your transportation to get to work and everything. But you need to have the trust of your team. They need to know that you're doing the best you can for them, but also that they can give the best to you.
We're going to talk leadership when we return after the song by Thandiswa that also you chose, Nizalwa Ngobani. What does this one mean to you?
It's just a reminder of where one comes from. You know, it's just
Humble
a reminder
beginnings.
to have, yes, humble beginnings. You never forget that.